Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Sharing as normal on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. I think I'm even on YouTube. If you want to have a laugh, get on YouTube and watch at the same time. But good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing? My name's Helen Bullen. I'm a business mentor. Previous to that, retired osteopath. I'm also an author. I have online courses. I have the HB box. If you haven't heard me, if you like stationery and you haven't heard me talking about it, scroll through my feed because the boxes are being made up. And today is Woohoo Wednesday. We coined this phrase years ago when I started these lives. I've been doing these for must be about 6 years, but doing it. And if you've never seen me before, where have you been? I've been here for 6 years. No, I had a little break while I went through some cancer problems, but and as you can see this morning, I have wild curly hair today. Post chemo, that is, my chemo curls are still challenging me, shall I say. But we coined the frame Woohoo Wednesday because I don't believe Wednesday should be a hump day. And if you're feeling that today is like, oh my God, I can't wait to get to Friday. And then you get to Sunday and it gets to like 4 o'clock and you're like, oh, I hate Sundays. I don't want to go to work tomorrow, or I hate the end of a Sunday. Then that is why you've got it as a hump day. Something isn't right at your workplace or life, and you need to make changes. And you can make changes. I've made loads of changes over my life and I quite enjoy change. So today I thought, well, what can I talk about? And I thought, I know what to do. I'll pop into ChatGPT. What can you talk about to business owners? It came out with analysis, SWOT analysis, smart targets. Right, I know they're a thing. And I am a business owner and I'm a business mentor. But as soon as you start to tell me something has been conjured up from a book, I lose interest. Oh, Kirsty, I like your woohoo. It's a nice long woohoo from LinkedIn this morning. I seem to only be able to see my LinkedIn comments when it flashes up on my phone. So my apologies if I miss any others. And if you're watching on catch up, post in the comments and I will come back and chat to you. So I put in ChatGPT and it was all very formal. I just wanted it to say to me, it said business growth strategies, customer relations. Right. I'm all for all those things. But do you ever get bored with business speak? I do. I mean, I get what smart targets are, specific, measurable. I can't even tell you what all the other things are. I prefer to do it from, I've run businesses. I know what I have to do. I set out a structure and it's the way my mind works. Do you ever have anything that's in business and you go, my mind just doesn't work that way? That is me. So I was like, well, that's no good, ChatGPT. You're not inspiring me to get on and do something for business owners that is a bit light-hearted as well. You know, if I came on and I droned on, well, maybe you want that, but I'm never going to do it, droned on about targets and specifics. And of course, I talk about goals and targets. I talk about achieving things. I talk about taking action. But I like to think I talk about them in, maybe I talk about layman's terms and in Helen's basic level, because that's the way I learn things, is to have it basically not thrown at me. So I was like, what can I talk about today? Because I like to do it pretty much last minute, because then I think I'm more inspired when I do it. If I plan it too much, as I said, it comes out of one of those boring type lives. Maybe you're thinking that already, but you're not my follower if that's the case. But today I thought I'd talk about my commit to achieve principles. Duh. I wrote a book about it. I have a book that's called I've Got Your Back, The Essential Guide to Marketing Your Therapy Business. Now, it does work for lots of businesses, especially bricks and mortar, but it goes through about your marketing and customer care and how to deal with staff, etc., etc. And I even talk about the 10-10 challenge in there. And there is a new book coming out on that in January, hopefully, fingers crossed. But in there, I talk about the 5 things I do to run my business, run my life, really. And they're not magic things and they're not secret things. And you've probably heard me talk about them before, but I thought it was time to bring them back up. Is morning, Emma. Good morning, Tracy. I can see you on. I'm loving the wahoops. A wahoop from Emma. I like that. If you've not typed it in yet and you've never seen this before, most people that watch before, they type woohoo in the comments, and then they see how long the woohoo can be. Feel free, fill your boots, do that. So these are 5 things that I do. And these came up because I went on a retreat in Thailand. I know, it was terrible. And somebody said I said, I'm giving business owners things that they need to do for their business, like, do your social media, do your website. And I soon found that they weren't doing it. And I was like, well, I'm giving them what they need. And the person that was mentoring me at the time said, you do more than that. You do more than that. Kirsty said, I'm never boring. Kirsty, I love you. I love you. And I'll give you the money later. So this guy said to me, you do more than that. And I was like, do I? And then I realized what I did was simple things that all of us do or can do or know about. That's why I mean they're not secret. You know, sometimes people say, I've got a secret system. It isn't a secret system. It's just I put things together that help me. Even my chemotherapy, I did the same thing. I did it with businesses. I do it with daily things. I do it if I'm sorting something out or I'm trying to do something in my personal life. I do the same sort of thing. So what I do, number one, is I care of self. Self-care, if you want to call it, but I called it the care of self, so it sounded like mine. And basically it's about eating well. We all know how to do that. Put the right food in your body that doesn't look like it's been, I don't know, condensed, mixed together and created into something else. I have to say, you have to really watch vegan food. A friend of mine was telling me all about it, and some of the vegetarian, that they process it so much. You know, when you get a bit of bacon that looks like a bit of bacon and it's not bacon, they have to do quite a lot to do that. So that I find an interesting fact. So don't automatically think because something is vegetarian or vegan that it's necessarily healthy. Of course, there's many vegetarian vegan foods that are healthy for you, but eat things that look like they should. So if it's a crisp, it doesn't quite look like the potato, so maybe don't eat so many. I'm not the police on eating. Oh, I love a fudge brownie. I like crisp. I like all of it. I like wine, but I try and keep it to a limit. As in, especially since I've had the cancer scare, I'm like, I won't drink too much alcohol. The research isn't strong, but there is some research that alcohol can cause reoccurrence or make it, not cause, that cause is the wrong word, can make you more predisposed to recurrence. So I don't care if that's true or not. I don't need to research it much. I'm just like, well, it's no skin off my nose to drink slightly less. So those sort of things, you know, if you have a drink, have it on a Friday or a Saturday. You don't need to drink every night. Care of self is also about moving. And that's when I come from my retired osteopathic background, is move your butt. Move your butt. I have to say that to myself sometimes. I'm either sitting here or in my office and I'm like, just get up and go for a walk. You have sat here for hours. So if you're doing that, make sure you move. 10 minutes out the door, 10 minutes back. Today, outside my door, probably the same for a lot of you, it is pouring with rain. I am going for a walk after this. I'm just going to put my waterproof on. I will have a shower again when I come back, but I've not let it put me off. I haven't gone, oh, the weather's too bad, can't go out. No. And if I did think that, I would walk around my house. So I'm going to go, I've just put it out there for a walk in a minute. So 10 minutes out, 10 minutes back, put your shoes out in the morning. It's a good idea to try your exercise in the morning because then you don't put yourself up through the day for doing it. Having said that, I was on a spin bike at 8:30, 9:30 last night because I just thought I'll do that. Then I go and get in bed because I sometimes get hungry after a spin. I'm like, I'll do that and then I just go to bed. Don't need to eat. All those weird things. Anyway, care of self. And it's really important as a business owner. People think they can just run their business. If you are not working at your optimum, you will feel sluggish. You won't feel as good as you can do. And then that affects your mind. We all know that exercise affects your mind. We know it affects your physiology. So does food. I think we underestimate, and this is going on a rant from my osteopathy background, but I think we underestimate what we put inside us. It's a bit like putting bad petrol or, I don't know, 2-star petrol, which you used to put in mowers, into a Formula One racing car and expecting it to go as fast as it can. We just wouldn't do that. We've got all the fuel's got to be perfect, hasn't it? It's got to be perfect. I wonder what fuel they put in racing cars because it's got to be perfect. You are exactly the same. And yet we have this body that is more amazing than any car, any machine, and we put rubbish in it. Absolutely put rubbish in it. Jerry says it's pouring here too. I have to stop to read my LinkedIn because it flashes in on my screen and then it disappears today. So my apologies for that. But yeah, pouring rain. But get out for a walk, Jerry. I want to hear that you've been for a walk later. So care of self. Then know your why. Why do you run your business? And this will change. I'm going to go through this one quickly. When I started, my why was literally to put a roof over my head with my 2 children. I was newly divorced or getting divorced. I've never had a penny of child maintenance ever. I have to say that's a little bit of but never. So I had to do it myself. I had a big rent. That was my drive. And when I look back now, it was a great drive. I didn't feel good in that place at the time. But when you've got 2 kids relying on you solely, you go and do the work. I was putting people to bed in the evening. I was trying to set up my osteopathic clinic. I was doing all sorts of things. I started teaching all sorts of things to earn the money I needed to do. And it was a great drive. You know, I've told this story before, but maybe you've missed it. I didn't have a fridge. I didn't have a cooker. I had some microwave thing, combi oven somebody gave me. I didn't have a bed for a while. And I used to give the kids a bedroom each because I had a boy and a girl. And I slept in the lounge on the sofa. And then somebody gave me one of those trundle beds that goes under another bed. And I used to pull that out in the evening. I used to stand up on its side behind the sofa. And then I would pull the sofa out and make my bed in the evening. That was how it started. But that's not for simply. That was a driver. That was, sometimes you need those times of, Right now, if you'd asked me in between, I'd then say then my drive was having a nice house, making sure my kids were all right. And I have a nice house. I don't have a massive house. I'm in a semi-detached 4-bedroom. Does what I want. You can go for whatever you want. Your drive does not have to be somebody else's dream. I wanted that. I liked a nice car. And then COVID hit and cancer hit for me. So 2 years for my business to stop doing this, to start doing a bit of this. And I'm now just starting to come out of the woods of that. So my drive over the last year is, number one, to be well, to get my fitness back. Not quite there yet. And I've got some operations to go. So that sort of puts me off getting back into my running totally. And to get my income back up to what it was, and maybe more if that's what I need, but what it was. So I have changed my why all the way through, but you need something that drives you. It may be that you want to buy something. It may be that you want to relax more and know that there's more in your bank account. It may be you want to spoil somebody. It may be you just like a number and you want to earn it, but have a why and let it drive you forward. Limiting beliefs, the biggie. Now, I can do a whole live on this, and I'm not going to go into this big, but we all have limiting beliefs. We do. I think some people say, oh, get rid of your limiting beliefs. I don't believe that's really possible. I just don't see it in people when I work with them. They have limiting beliefs, and it's now how do we work with it? And it gets easier. You can make them smaller. You can work around them. You can go, I always think of it as a brick wall. Over it, round it, under it, there is a way. You can break down that wall. You may never totally be 100%. I don't think any of us, don't worry. When people say, I don't worry what other people think, I think what they've done is they've got that limiting belief down small. But I still think as human beings, I've never really met anybody that I haven't thought, you do worry what other people think. And what you're trying to do is make it that it's not such a big limiting belief that it stops you doing things. I talk about Mary down the road. Forget what Mary down the road thinks, right? She's none of your business, but try and break down those limiting beliefs. And sometimes that's like working with somebody like myself, because I had somebody yesterday in the HB Club who was doing a class, and I won't say what type of class because then she might not want it open, but I know she shared it in the group. And she was doing a class and she spoke to me and she said, I think I'll do it in January. Just do it now. You are worrying about it already now. Do it now. Get it done. And she had a full class yesterday and she just said, I think I've nailed it. I was like, you damn nailed it. You sometimes just need somebody to say, you can do this. The facts are that you've got the ability, the quality to do it. Forget the other thing that's going on in your head. Be excited. Go do it. Sometimes we just need that other person. I like to have somebody else in my business. Well, Sue Ford's not on today, but quite often I'll run something past her. And sometimes I know the answer. I just need to get it out and tell somebody and share it. So you may have that too. So find people around you, business buddies. I suggest you get business buddies that are people that own their own business, because there is a few. I have my lovely friend Jackie. You may have read about her in my book. I like to mention my book because if Ben's watching, he goes, oh, she mentioned that. My second book called Agnes B. Cancer Me, about my cancer journey. I'm getting it in because Ben always goes, oh, I didn't know you'd written a book. He does. I should really have it here and I can put it in front of the screen. But my friend Jackie, she's always been corporate, big in banking, very, very high up, very, very, we're talking about the bonus that, buys you half a house, that sort of thing. Very, very high up. But she's always supported me in my business and understood it. Whereas lots of other people, if they don't own a business, how can they possibly know what you're going through as a small business owner? So surround yourself with people that know. I love it. A delayed woohoo from Daniela. Just finished my live Zoom strength training. She says, well, we just talked about care herself. So Daniela's done her care herself. And she's given me probably the longest woohoo I have seen this morning on my thing. I'm going to wave to anybody on Instagram as well. So release your limiting beliefs. Understand how. This is key to, learn things for your business. Learn things. Learn what that button does. Make sure you know how to create your bio. And again, this comes sometimes from getting support from people. I had somebody last night, quite late in my membership, said, I can't find how you put this link on. I knew how to put the link on, so it was easy for me to share. They didn't have to go looking for it. I was like, I know exactly. Here it is. Screenshot. Do this. Press that. Within minutes, they've got the link on there. So sometimes it isn't sometimes. It's have people around you that can help. But you also, when understanding how is, do you know how to vaguely go onto your website and make changes? Learn how to do it. You don't have to be the expert, but maybe you could know how to change something simple. Learn how to do your platforms, your CRMs, where you send your email. If you don't know what a CRM is, learn what a CRM is. Where can you put your emails? Learn how to get more emails. Learn what a landing page is. Learn what a what do they call it? A thingy cake. I call it a something cake, a lead magnet, but I like to call it a lead cake because I think it sounds far more exciting. Somebody sign up for my lead donut. That would be good, wouldn't it? It'd be great if I could just post a donut out to everybody that signed up to my email list. That would get expensive. I use Krispy Kremes. Just going through my head there. That'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? Here, have a donut. After talking about healthy living. But hey, you've got to have some fun too. So understand how. Take the time to learn the tech in a time space that you don't need it to work right now. There's nothing worse than trying to work a bit of tech. You don't know how to use it. You need to use it within the next half an hour. And what you end up doing is throwing your computer and normally saying, I hate tech. I'm no good at it. The tech's useless. That isn't how it is. You haven't taken time to look at it or ask somebody for help or get somebody for help to do that tech. That's my answer to it. So learn a bit more about how to market your business. The last one is take effective action. Nothing happens when you don't take action. Don't expect your business to roll and be good or complain. It doesn't happen when you haven't put yourself out there. I remember when I first started my business, my bricks and mortar business, my clinic, I spent extra hours pushing that business probably for the first 18 months. Now, I don't advocate that's what everybody should do. And right now, I work probably 2 full days, well, not even full days. Yes, Tuesday is quite full. Wednesday, I'm going out to lunch in the middle of the day. Thursday, I'll do a bit tomorrow. I may do a bit over the weekend. That's how I've chosen to run my business. But when I had a bricks and mortar business with 23, 24 other people working from it, I had to make sure there were clients coming in. That meant I had to do extra work. And when I opened that clinic, it was new. I'd gone through planning. I'd set it all up. Nobody knew there was a clinic there. So I had to be loud and proud shouting about it. That meant starting work at 6, getting stuff done, treating my patients throughout the day, sometimes to the evening, and then I would work sometimes till 10. Now, that didn't go on forever, and I didn't do it every night, but there are points in your business where you have to do extra work. Having said that, if you've had a business for years, you should by now not be being busy. Just, ticking off write it. Shall I talk about this again? I'm only going to do a little bit because it gets my goat. Writing things on your to-do list that you have done just to tick them off, right? Does anybody do that? Comment. If you do, own up. I'm going to roll my eyes at you. It's a waste of your time. People say to me, well, yeah, I like to write. So I know you like to do it. But wouldn't you be better to spend the time doing something on your list that hasn't got done rather than writing something on just so like a child, you could tick the tick box. If you need a tick box to tick, have a tick row of boxes in the morning and just sit and tick them for 2 minutes. Then you're done. Fill your boots. I do rant on that one. But effective action should be that you sit your butt down and you do a task. Sit your butt down, do a task. Turn off distractions. Now, that's a simplified form. I have a course on how to take effective action. But what I also have, and I'm going to talk about today, and I don't talk about it all the time because I don't want to be in your feed all the time, but I have the HB Club. Now, if you're in the HB Club today, write a comment about it. Write 1 word or 2 words or a sentence about what you think about it. Now, some people have been in that club for 7 years. I think I've been running it. Some people come, some people go, and that's absolutely fine too. I'm more than happy when people say, I'm just dip out for a while. Somebody said the other day, I'm going to come back in for the winter because I know I can be at my computer. It's no contract. You pay monthly and you can come in and come out. I would say you probably need to be in at least 3 months and do the work, get onto the platform. We have like a website area where you can go and learn loads. So you have to do that. You can watch me. I'm live once a week where I come on like this and I do some motivation or a Q&A session. I do a 10-minute teach once a week where literally I teach something, normally some tech. So how to get on, how to do your bio, how to do your links, how to create. We've even got a whole teach on how to create your own website on the platform. Do a 10-minute teach because I don't believe in giving you so much that you can't run your business. I need to give you stuff that you can action. 10-minute teach. Then we have every 3rd week, have effective action week. So instead of doing any of that, we do 3 mornings, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I rock up at 6:30 a.m. You can watch it on catch up if you wish. And I give you tasks to do. So things like reminding you about your accounts, about your bios, your links, anything new. At the moment, we're sort of going, have you got your Christmas? Have you got your January marketing done? It should be done by now. Have you done your tax return? All those sort of things I am talking about right now. Then we have every other month, we have a members meeting where we get on a Zoom call, and we've only just started this. I think we've done 2 now, and it's proving popular. We do it every other month, and you get to meet the people in the group. I get you on a Zoom call where you can actually see people, split you into groups for like 10 minutes, and then I swap you around, and you can network. And we also do, I forgot to say, we also do a Tell Me About It Thursday, every Thursday, where if you wish, and it is a great way to get known in the group, you just do a live into the group, say, hi, this is me, this is my business, this is what I've been doing. And if you need some support, you ask for it. So that is the HB Club. If you are interested in the HB Club, don't wait till January. Of course, I'm going to promote it in January because there's people around that go, yes, this is my year. But how about, a bit like not starting on a Monday, you start on a Wednesday to pull your business together. You start before January to pull your business together. You don't wait. We've got loads of time. I have loads of stuff to teach people and help people with. So don't sign up now. If you are interested in the HB Club and you want to see the details, I have a landing page, get me, or a landing piece of cake, I'm going to call it. I'm not going to send you a donut. However, if you really message me and said, I want my donut now, I may think about it. I'm more likely to make you a brownie and send it myself. Anyway, but if you want to know more about, just put club in the comments, okay? If you're on Instagram, those comments will disappear. So you need to send me a DM or look in the link in my bio. And there is, I think it says work with me or learn more about my work. If you go onto that, the HB box is at the top at the moment. Scroll down, you will find the HB Club. Get yourself in there. It's £67 a month, so it's not a huge amount. And there is no contract. Now I fancy cake. Laura, if you sign up, you'll have cake. I'll send you a cake. Maybe the first 10 people. I'm just thinking, all I'm thinking is I may be better to send you like a notebook or something, because I know I can get that in the post without coming out as a messy mush. That's all I'm thinking. What about a notebook? What about a bit of stationery? I have stationery I could send out. Try me. See what comes out in the post if you sign up, although I'll be asking you for your address. So I love the woohoos. Laura's on. It was nice to see her. Morning, Andrew. Didn't see you on. Morning. So Danielle has put motivation, also known as arse kicking. Yep, butt kicking is my world. Right, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to say hello to a few more people. I'm always here on a Wednesday morning unless there's something going on. I have got an operation coming up, actually. Some of you know my cancer journey, and I still got some operations to have. Roll my eyes, boring. But there may be, some of you will be like, no, I reckon you still turn up from your hospital bed. There may be some time. I'm in hospital about 4 days. There may be a bit of time I can't turn up on a Wednesday, but I'll do my damn best. As normal, people know I don't go down for long. When you turn up bald, when you turn up during chemotherapy, people will know that it's very unlikely. But there possibly will a point that I'm like, I can't even pull my laptop or my phone near me. So there may be a Wednesday, but I will make sure I try and let you know when that is. But I'm here 7:30 Wednesday mornings. I'm here on Catch Up. I put lots of content out, so you can follow me. And Laura's really fancying it. It's just popped up again, Laura. I don't know why, but on my feed it's popped up twice. I really feel that you want cake. Laura, if you sign up to the HB Club, I'll make sure there's cake to you. Going to listen to the replay in the car on my way back to work. Have a good day. Sorry late to the woohoo party, says Andre. I am just about to finish. So I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked what I'm chatting about, just follow me. You'll see me in my stories. What was I doing last night? I've posted a picture of me on my Peloton. They have, okay, here's my thing for this week. If you have a Peloton, now you may not, I have a Peloton and I'm really good. I'm not one of those people that hangs my clothes on it. I use it regularly. It has Netflix. I can stream Netflix on it. So the days I don't want to do a class, I can just say to myself, just sit on it and pedal. You do have to pedal. Michaela has a Peloton too. I think she got excited about Netflix when I told her, but didn't realize that I meant she had to do a workout as well. No, I teased her, she didn't. Anyway, that's my world now. Netflix is on Peloton. Hooray, hurrah. Right. I hope to see a few of you in the HB Club. I will be there. And when you come in, I make sure I nurture you so that you know what's going on. There's some brilliant people there. I forgot to mention that. The people in the group are the power of the HB Club. And there is a warning. Once you're in, people tend to stay a long time. I am so grateful for all of them. And I feel so proud that that happens in my group. I become like your business buddy. So if you want me as a business buddy, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And please do it before Christmas. Please do it before January. Don't be the January person. Don't be the person that writes on a list and ticks it off when you've not done it. You've just written it on. Right, I'm going to say goodbye to Netflix. Yeah, Netflix. Oh, no. I always think I could say hello to Actually, maybe I can do it this way. No, I can't. I want to say hello to Netflix, but Netflix are seeing this at the moment. Thank goodness my kitchen isn't too messy. Right, my lovely peeps. I'm going to say goodbye to you, Netflix. Thank you so much, Netflix. I've just called them Netflix, haven't I? They'll be like, we're not Netflix. Right, my lovely peeps, have a great day. And if you've liked this, please like it, please share it, please comment on it if you're watching on Catch Up. And yeah, I hope to see you all. And I'm really enjoying it. If you're watching on LinkedIn, I'm really enjoying being on there. I'm showing up a bit more like I used to here on Facebook. When I say here, I can only see my Facebook comments. Don't do New Year's resolutions. Just do it when you need to. Exactly, Emma. Emma, you're so wise. Get back in my world. Right, my lovely people, I will speak to you soon. See you later.